Okay, so let's get into some questions of these, some examples to show you the ropes of this method. So, Mr. Ali, Miss Brown, and a group of students were camping at campsite labeled P. So, here. Mr. Ali walked with some students on a bearing of 35 degrees for 7 kilometers to location A. So, this here, 35 degrees. Mr. Brown, with the rest of the students, walked on a, Miss Brown, with the rest of the students, walked on a bearing of 100 degrees or 9 kilometers to location B. So they went 100 degrees here. So if you look at this like a cake, let's say we had 100 slices of cake, right? And we knew that there were 35 slices in here, right? How many is in here, right? Obviously 65. So we say angle APB is equal to 100 minus 35. And that equals 65 degrees. Okay, what about the next question? Find the distance AB. So this distance in here. I actually don't know how to do this. What do? Whole task, part task. Break it down into smaller parts. So an easy way to do this, if I skip forward a bit, is just to have a look at the answers, right? See what they did. See if it clicks any bells, reinforces, reminds you of any of those previous tracks that you've laid down. And see if you can work it out from there. If it doesn't, then have a look at what they used, right? They used the cosine rule to find distance AB. And so break it down. What's the next part? Go revise cosine rule, right? Spend time revising it, right? Do a whole heap of questions on it and do questions that challenge you. Do a multiple types of questions so that they can form those neural pathways, and then practice in shorter sessions and repeats, right? Do your homework to get rid of that forgetting curve. Just in a quick example of what this looks like. If we load the textbook up, we can have a quick look at this. I normally just skip this because it's just full of yapping. Usually go straight to an example, but we'll go through this later in another module on how to read the textbook effectively, so you can just pick out pieces like that. And then let's just have a look at this, right? Choosing a challenge point that is beneficial to us, right? That challenges us, but because we're a beginner, still gets us in that easy range. And I'll move on to a variety of different questions. So I might do this one, might do this one, might do this one, going down, might try out this one, might try out this one, and then might do this one as well, right? Just to reinforce that knowledge. And then after I do that, I come back to the question with my acquired knowledge and I attempt the question, like we were saying before, attempt this multiple types of questions, and I do a question that challenges me, so an HSC question, and now I try and solve it. For example, when we're learning cosine rule, it uses this ice cream cone formula. So those Cornetto bars that you used to be able to get? They would have the chocolate at the bottom and then the two sides of the cone. So A, B, and let's say this is theta. If we want to find the top or the open part, all we need is this ice cream cone formula. So if we say C squared equals A squared plus B squared minus 2AB times cos C. This is just the formula straight from your formula sheet. Just plug in the numbers, right? We've got that ice cream cone shape here. So AB, and then that shape in there. right? And then we just plug the numbers in. So that's how we go through these types of questions. And again, we go in depth with these in modules 3 and 4. Just to recap, we broke the question down into its topic, which was cosine rule. We went and revised cosine rule, and we teach you how to revise that in later modules as well. Don't worry. And then practice intensity. So we practiced questions that were easy and got harder. And we practice a whole couple of them, right? A whole lot of them. And then we practice multiple types of questions while we were doing that. In that, we will take a 25-minute session and then have a bit of a break, go back into it. And then we would also be doing our homework. So that's a summary of this method. So I encourage you to have a go at this. Really use this. This is the foundations of what we're going to build off in this whole course. And so once you master these, everything else just falls into alignment with this. You follow these steps and you apply the other steps to it. It's going to work wonders. So I'm so excited to see how we turn out, right? Keep going, keep striving, keep using the ACM method.